Hey guys, welcome back to my Facebook Live. I am back, as I promised. I'm going to be here every day for the next 2 weeks, Monday through Friday, doing something new for you guys, bringing some new information, new training is my commitment from me to you. And I hope you guys love what I have for you guys today. Hi Mel. I love it. You're always the first one here. So exciting. So every time I do a Facebook Live, there's always questions about I can't close deals, I can't get clients, I can't make money doing what I'm doing. And so today I'm going to do a Facebook Live on perfecting the sales process. As boring as that sounds, is very key for you guys to understand how important sales are. If you're not selling, you don't have a business. What that means is that you have a very expensive hobby, especially for makeup artists. There's so much competition. There's so many people charging pennies for their work that if you don't learn to sell, as painful as it sounds, right? Like I know that some of you guys are born okay with that. You guys are amazing salespeople. It's a natural thing for you. That's how I feel about myself. I feel that I was born with that skill, and before I even learned sales, I knew how to sell. I knew how to sell very well. I remember when I was young, I think maybe 14, I used to work at the alleys in LA. Now I think it's called the garment industry or something like that. But back then it used to be called the alleys. And I used to work at this store selling like really high-end dresses, right? Anyways, the guy next door was trying to take me from this other store because I was just so good at selling, to people. I had another job where I used to work for a furniture store, which I used to love working for that place. It used to be fun. I like competition and I like to win, right? I have that in me where I just want to win and show that I can do it. And so it was really exciting because I was new on the floor, and there was this salesperson who had been there for 6 years, something like that. And I came in the first few months, I was selling more than he was selling. And that was like extreme because then he stepped up his game and I'm trying to keep up with him, right? And here I am, I'm 21, maybe 20 or something like that. And I'm just having a great time. So I'm one of those people that enjoys sales, enjoys the process of sales. And I guess it's because I love people. Every time I meet a superstar, and I call them superstars because they can sell anything. But the first thing they say is, I love people. Okay, so that's very key. So if you love working with people, even if you don't know you're selling, you are selling. You are selling yourself. You're selling what you're talking about. You're selling the services. Sometimes you're in a business and you're just stop by to get something and someone asks a question and you just go at it, right? And you know how to sell. So if you're that person, great. So today you're going to learn why you do what you do in the process, and maybe you do it in different ways, but now you will be able to understand that process. Now, for those that don't feel like that you guys are salespeople, it's okay. Whenever there's a system, it doesn't matter if you're not a superstar that you can just go and sell anything. You can learn to sell. You can learn to sell anything. Maybe you will sell it at a slower pace, but you can still be a superstar. Trish and I were a good example. Trish is always thinking with the left side of the brain. I'm always thinking with the right side of the brain, right? So I'm more creative, more artistic, more crazy, and I'm always talking to people, and I love talking to people. Trish is the opposite. She's more of the left side of the brain, which means she's more logical. She sees everything in boxes, and everything has to be ABC, right? Everything has to be in order. And yet we are both salespeople. So she is not the natural born salesperson, but she can still make a lot of money. And she used to be in real estate and make so much money. So whether you're a salesperson or you're not, if you learn this next 7 steps that I'm going to show you, which is a process that I learned years ago and that I put in practice in my business, and I have made so much money with this. I learned to master that process myself. When I got this information many years ago, I was like, oh, I'm already doing all that, but now I have an order, right? And once I understood that and I learned to put that in that process, I was able to close deals like crazy, guys, okay? So remember, if you have a business and you're not selling and you're not attracting clients and you're not closing deals and bringing the money in, then you're just having a very expensive hobby. You're spending money, and like I said, makeup artists are a good example of that, of how they go and they spend and they spend and they spend, and yet they might get one job a month or none, okay? And so for me, whatever you're doing, if you are, sorry, my phone is acting crazy here. I forgot to turn off the phone. Anyways, so if you are in business, if you're self-employed, if you work from home, if you are in sales and you feel like you're not making money, I would like to attend this event. Natalie, just hit me up or call the office. I'll have Trish put the number there if you want more information. It's going to be an amazing event, and I'll tell you guys a little bit about the event in a minute. But what I'm saying right now is, whether you're a salesperson or not, whether you like systems or you're a people's person, right? If you can memorize the steps, write them down, and just at the beginning follow the process, eventually it's going to become a natural thing. You're just going to do things, and things are just going to be, it's going to be a natural process for you. So again, the steps that I'm going to talk to you about today, nothing to do with being a superstar or not liking people or liking people. It doesn't matter where you are. This is going to help you actually close more deals. And this is also, if you add this to the other seminars that I've been the other Facebook Live that I've been teaching here, from like the marketing, the branding, right? How to attract clients. Again, people spend a lot of money attracting clients, but they don't spend the money. Hi, Georgie, I miss you. People spend a lot of money attracting clients, but they don't spend money, or they don't spend the time creating a process to make sure that every lead that comes in actually makes you the money, right? And so if it's yourself, now you have to memorize the system, you have to practice it, and if you have employees and you have a company where you're working, whether you have 1 person or 40 people or more, then this is going to be good for you, but you have to master it first. You have to know how it works, because when you're training somebody else, you have to know the ins and outs of whatever's happening at the moment where you're contacting the salesperson, to the process, to closing the deal, to following up, right? So it's a process. Again, this is something that I have put in my business and practice for years. And again, at first I used to sell because I'm a natural salesperson and I used to do really good. I think my closing ratio back then was about 80-90%, sometimes 100%. I used to be like, yay, superstar. But my goal with this is that I help you guys sell more, make more money, and I help you guys to become a superstar in your own business, in your own industry. And if you put this in practice, you will make a lot of money. So let's get started. So this is called perfecting the sales process. So there's 7 things in the sales process that you have to have. It's like a pyramid. It's like a pyramid, though. You start first, number 1, establishing rapport with people. So you get the leads and you're about to call this person to see if they want to book an appointment or if they want to buy your product or your services, right? First thing, you have to connect with people. If you don't learn to connect with people, if you don't establish that rapport with people, it's going to be so much harder to sell, to make that sell. So for me, the first thing that I train my people on is how to be more likable. Remember, people like to buy and do business with people that they like, people that they can relate to. And so if you don't learn to listen to people and feel like you care and talk to them like you know them, then you're going to have a harder time selling, making that sell, right? So you first have to earn the right to sell them something. Establish that rapport. If you learn to do this, this is going to be 40% of the sale is going to be done the minute they like you. Think about how many times you have been somewhere where you were just looking around and maybe just touching things, and someone came to you and say, hi, how are you? Oh my God, I love your dress. Where did you get those shoes? And you're like, oh, thank you. Wow, you look so good, right? And that person goes, oh, wow, thank you so much. I got my dress here, my shoes here, and you get so excited about it. Then that person goes, oh, have you looked at this new product that we have? Let me tell you about it, right? And so if you have been in that situation, you know that it's hard to say no to that product, no to that service. It's hard for you to not buy that product, right? So 40% of the sale will be done if you actually connect with the person. So I have always trained myself and trained my sales team to actually talk to people like a person, not like a dollar sign, being able to connect with them, find something that you really like to, and be genuine, right? Don't be fake, because people, we're like animals. We can sense those things. If you are fake, if you're pretending you like something, then, you lost your chance there. The worst thing you can do at the beginning or in the whole process of a sale is to be phony, to be fake, to pretend you like something or pretend that you care for that person when you really don't. People will notice that you're being phony, okay? So step number one, establish rapport, be true to yourself, be honest, find something that you really like about the person, pay attention to that person, okay, and learn more about them. Big companies train their salespeople to know their to know their customers so well that they know who they're married to, they know their kids' names, they know when their anniversary is, they know when to went on vacation the week before. And now, remember, you guys are gonna practice this in your business and just took it around to fit your needs, right? Because if you're working from home and you're not really selling like $100,000 ticket item and you're selling a makeup application, right? You won't get so involved with people. Eventually you will, but at the beginning, just care for them, pay attention. Why is that date so important for them? What do they want? What do they need, right? So if you manage to do that, then again, 40% of that sale is done, right? The other thing is find their needs. Find out, don't try to sell them something that you think they want or they need. No, first, find out what they need and then give them what they want. I know it sounds kind of silly, but I always say people want, but at the end of the day, they buy when they find something that they really need. And I'm talking about non-luxury items, right? When it comes to luxury items, then the rule changes a little bit because it's all about what they want, was flashy, was more, was better. But find a need. If you're able to find the need, and what I mean with that is, for example, when I get students that come to my school, oh my God, they want makeup, they want to learn how to be pretty, they want to learn all this, but I'll start asking questions, and a lot of times what they want is have a little bit more freedom. They want to be able to work less, make more money, and be able to spend more time with their family. So what they want is something that is flexible. So when I'm selling them my Pro Beauty class, I'm not selling them the makeup class. I'm selling them the dream of having the freedom that they want. I'm selling them the dream of being able to have flexibility with their schedule, be able to work when they want to, being able to spend more time with their family. So you see, I'm selling something that they really want and need, and not so much the makeup class. Then when they see that if they take that makeup class, their needs are going to be met, then they buy, guys. So that's how it works, okay? And if you guys learn to master this one, this is 25% of your sale already done. So if you do part one, establish a rapport with your customer or client, and you find what they need, 65% of the sale is done for you. You don't even have to worry so much about it. Part three is build value. Value on what you're selling. A lot of times we want to sell this pen, and let me see, this pen could be the same price, right? And so you have to be able to talk to people, not about buy this pen or buy this one. This one is $10, this one is $15, but more, if I want to sell this and I want to be able to sell this one better, I want to add value to this. When they buy this pen, what do they get? What's the difference? Okay, because a pen and a pen, really, if I just need a pen to write, either one, right? Any of this pens are gonna work, okay? And so, but if I wanna be able to charge more and actually be able to compete with the competition, I'm gonna look for value, okay? And so, again, I'm gonna go back to my makeup program, right? Everybody's selling a makeup program. You can buy a makeup program for $500. You can buy a program for $30,000. Why would they pick me? I'm in the middle, right? Not in the middle, $2,500 for the program, for a 15-week program. But when they're looking at makeup. School A is teaching makeup, school B is teaching makeup, school C is teaching makeup. $500, $2,500, $30,000. They see makeup and they don't see why something is $500 and why something is $30,000, right? So in order for me to sell better, I have to add value to it. I want to make sure that they understand what they get when they buy this class, right? So if school A is saying, oh, the program is 10 weeks for $500, and then the program that is $30,000, they tell you it's a year, then why would they pick me? Right? And for me, I add value where, like, it's how you word how you word everything that you're gonna say. And for those that are interested, guys, I'm going quick on this because I'm trying to give you guys as much information as I can. And remember, write them down, guys. If you can make it to my event, the Ultimate Cash Machine. The Ultimate Cash Machine is going to be on August 6th, this in 10 days or something like that, where I'm going to be teaching my whole process in sales, from attracting the clients, okay, to the funnel that I have created and how I process every lead and I make sure that I close deals. If you guys are interested in attracting more clients, doubling your income, grow your business, and create the freedom that you want, then this is it, guys. This is for you guys, okay? Again, this is a hands-on event where I'm going to spend 12 hours with you, teaching, and having you write everything. So when you go home, you have a map to how to get to where you want to be. You're going to have systems. You're going to have the psychology. We're going to do exercises. We're going to do so much. Again, it's August 6th in Arcadia, California, like 10 minutes, 15 minutes away from LA. And it's going to be an amazing event. We're going to have a lot of fun, but mainly when you get out of that seminar, your brain is going to think like a salesperson, and this is where you're going to be able to turn your business into a money-making machine. Okay, that is what I did with my business, right? So again, build the value that you want in your business. If you're going to sell something, okay, figure out what is it that you're really selling. Okay, what we see is not what we're selling. We're selling a solution. We're selling something that can help someone, feel better, look better. We're selling something that makes people think that they have value, right, for what they're paying. And so again, figure out what your value is and what you're selling, and you will see how you're able to charge more, get more clients, be booked, be sold out. Again, if you guys are investing money in product, in a building, and starting your business, but you're not trying to understand how to sell, you'll be out of business in a year or less. Most businesses, I believe that is 70% of the businesses that start, go out of business within 2 years. Okay, within 2 years they go out of business because they invest all their life savings. They make the place so pretty. They bring all this, and then they don't know how to attract clients. They don't know how to close deals. They don't know how to process a client from the beginning to the end. They don't know how to read reports. They don't know how to understand anything, the language of business. And just like me, you know, you guys just start a business. I did it the same way. I started a business with so much passion. I wanted to change the world. I wanted to be a mentor. I wanted to create something that was going to change people's life, right? And a lot of us, we start a business because of that reason. But then once we open a business and we use all our savings and credit cards and we're broke and practically homeless, our dreams get squashed and our dreams get destroyed. And we feel so bad, and we just go through so much pain, when the solution is so easy. Is you guys have to learn how to attract clients, how to sell more, how to make money, right? And then eventually you guys are going to learn how to turn that and hand it over to your employees and train them how to do that for you. They're going to do it for you, and you can do it from the back. But at the beginning, you have to do it. You have to learn and understand all that. And so build value. Number 4, create desire. And how you create desire, again, you find a problem and you create a solution. And when you create that, you're going to create massive attraction to your business. Figure out what problems your product or service is solving. How can you use that to attract the clients that you need? Okay. Number 5, overcome objections. Always be ready. One of the things that I do with my girls, I always have this list, right, where I'm always talking about how to overcome rejections. I don't have money. I don't have time. I can't do it. My husband won't let me. My wife won't let me. I just lost my job. There's so many objections, guys. And the reality is that when we want something, we figure it out. So if someone is giving you an excuse of why they cannot do it, either you haven't done a good job selling your product or service, or they really don't have the money. So those are 2 excuses. 1, you didn't know how to sell them. 2, they really don't have the money. So for my business, the only excuse they have is if people don't have the money. And I work very hard on creating systems and ways for me to help the people that don't have the money, right? Like I have students that can come in and just give you a check, a credit card, they pay cash, whatever, right? They have the money, the parents have the money, right? But a lot of them, they do have a struggle making that payment. And so I try to figure out different ways to help my students. But again, overcoming objections. Always have a good answer, the right answer when people says it's too expensive, I can't do it, I don't have the time, I'm not sure. Okay, and one good question that I always ask with people: what is the one thing that is holding you back from taking this step, from buying this product, from changing your life, right? I truly believe that what I sell changes people's life. I truly believe, guys, that when I'm in front of you, I am not selling you something that you're going to put in your closet, like your purses or shoes or stuff like that. I really think that when you buy something that I sell, I'm changing your life. I'm opening doors. I'm creating opportunities for you, right? And I'm also helping you make your dream come true. So you see the difference? I don't sell a product or a service. I sell a dream. I sell the opportunity for you to create the life of your dreams, right? And I truly believe in that. So you do have to believe, okay, that that's what you're doing. If you're not, then when you sell a product or service and you don't have your heart in it, then it's hard to make money. I always hear that saying where people says, do what you love and you will never have to work a day in your life. And it's very true. I feel very blessed and excited for my life and for what I have created in my life with my business and everything that I have done. I love what I do. And again, I get up every day excited to be able to do what I do. I get excited when I meet people that cares for what I do. And if they don't, that's okay too, because I have learned in this business that I'm not for everybody. I don't fit, the profile for 100% of these people in the world. And so some people, I always say 30% of the people that meets me might not like me. 30% of the other people might be, whatever, but I will be happy with that 40% that just loves what I do and what I have created in my life and in my business, my community, right? Please, guys, leave any questions here. Again, we're talking right now about perfecting the sales process, how to double your income, attract more clients, and grow your business, create the life of your dreams, right? And I'm a dreamer, guys. I'm always talking about creating the life of my dreams. And I always said what I have created in my life is something that I could never even imagine. I come from nothing, for a very poor background. And I never thought that I had the potential to do all this. But by learning every day something new, by trying very hard and just doing things, every day with passion and dedication, I have been able to create so much in my life. And I'm very grateful for everybody that has supported my life, my business, and everybody around me. Again, let me go real quick. Step number one, to perfecting the sales process in your business. Step number one, establish rapport with your clients. Find a need that they have so you can sell them the solution. Build value on your business, on your product or service. Create desire. Find the problem, create a solution, and create that desire for people to want your business, your product, your services. You want people to stand outside your business and wait for you to open the doors. You want people to be waiting to get into your chair and be able to get an appointment with you. You wanna be able to create that desire for your business. That's your goal in your business, and then everything else is a lot easier. Overcome objections, right? Always have the right answer when people says, I don't have money, I can't do this, I don't have the time. And they have a lot of people, I always said, a lot of people can, when they want something, they'll find a solution one way or another. I had one of the students that wanted to take my class so bad. She actually had a car wash on the weekends for like a month or two, I think, just to put the money together. I had another student who put her purses for sale on eBay to make sure that she could get into the program. I had a student who saved for months, guys, to get into the program, the 1 week program, and she actually drove all the way from Bakersfield, didn't have enough money for the hotel, so she actually was sleeping in the car, staying at a gasoline station. 3 days into the program, into the makeup class, we found out that she was doing that. And I know that I think the teacher gave her where to stay because that was not safe. But what I'm saying is, when someone has that passion, that desire, you make things happen, right? And just leave any questions here, guys, or comments, anything that I can help you with, anything that I can answer, just let me know. But again, I'm sharing those examples with you because how amazing is that? How many of us have we done that? I mean, have you ever had to sleep in a car just to take a makeup class because you are so passionate about it that you can't do it any other way, right? If you don't have the money, you're gonna make it work. I was so impressed. I found out about that situation afterwards, so I wasn't able to help at the moment, other than, oh my God, why did you do that? Why didn't you call one of us? Why didn't you ask for help? I go, why did you put yourself through that? But life, God is good. Life was perfect at that moment because she was able to have the help and the support from the students and the teacher and all that. And I was very grateful for that. But it was such a great story that I just had to share with you guys, because again, if you learn to overcome objections with your clients, you will be able to close so much more deals and make so much more money. You'll be able to grow your business and create the life that you want. Again, if you don't sell in your business, you have a very expensive hobby. Okay, remember that. Think about it. And so number 6 is close the sale. ask for the sale. If you did your job very well and you got all the way to 5, all you have to say, okay, when are we gonna start? When do you start? Are we ready to start this week? Do you want this package or that package? And people are ready to give you their credit card, their money, because they're so excited. They're so excited to buy from you. They're so excited to do business with you, and they know that you are gonna take good care of them. Okay, so close the sale, ask for the sale. One of the hardest things that people have, including myself sometimes, guys, I'm like, I choke, right? Especially because, after training my salespeople, I rely on them on making the sales. And so sometimes I get stuck and I forget that I'm not a mentor at that moment, that I'm a salesperson. And sometimes I go so much into mentoring people that I forget to ask for the sale. But again, though, I remember I have the steps memorized in my head, and I remember ask for the sale. And a lot of times they're just ready. They just give me, I did a good job connecting with them, finding a need, giving them what they want and more, right? Overcoming their objections, trying to figure out how I can help them. And then they're ready to buy. If you do this first 5 steps, guys, the closing the sale will be a piece of cake, right? And number 7 is follow up. Always follow up with your people. Sometimes you'll make the sale. Sometimes they're not ready to make that decision at that moment. Sometimes they're not ready to take that decision to make that decision at that moment. So you have to follow up and make sure that they know that you care. Okay. If they didn't buy at that moment, ask them, when is a good time for me to call you next week so we can see if we can get you started, right? Monday good, Friday good, is it Thursday good? You always give them 2 options. Is it Monday or Tuesday? Is it morning or evening, right? And then let them know that your time is valuable. Okay, that if they book an appointment with you, to please keep the appointment or to let you know, right? So that way you can actually, if they cannot make it, you can use that time for somebody else. Again, guys, I really hope this can help you guys. This is one of my secrets, I guess, that I'm sharing with you guys, a way of how I train myself in sales and how I have trained my teams in sales and how I have built a company from nothing to what I have now. Again, these are 7 steps on perfecting the sales process in your business. Establish rapport, find a need, build value on your product or service and business, create desire. Problem, solution creates desire, right? Overcome objections. Have a list of everything that people might say at the moment of you asking them if they're ready to buy. Follow up with them, okay? Ask for the sale, ask for the money, ask to buy, say, ready, let's get you started, By this time, by the time you get to asking for the sale, to close the sale, you already earned the right to sell them this. You already earned the right to make this happen, okay? So again, thank you guys. I hope this helps you guys a lot. A couple more minutes just to remind you guys that I have my event on August 6th. Hi, Cedar, you're late. Sorry. My event is called the Ultimate Cash Machine, and it's everything about making money, selling, closing, attracting deals, becoming popular, and I mean popular in your industry, your business, becoming popular where people want your business, where people are just working there to be there in your business, buying your products. Okay. I'm going to be teaching the psychology of sales. I am going to be teaching you guys my process of how I do everything step by step. You guys are going to work hard on taking notes, putting together that map for your business. So when you're done, you're able to implement, all the steps into your business. And we're just going to have fun. We're going to network with a lot of people, other business owners and other freelancers. As you guys know, I own Ruby Makeup Academy. And so I have a lot of people in the beauty industry, but I also work with a lot of business owners. We're just going to have a great time, and we are going to change the way that you do business. So if you guys are interested in this program, remember, and by the way, this is my last program for the year. I don't know if I'm going to have this program next year. Again, I always come out with different ideas, right? But this one, guys, if I can recommend you guys to take a program from me, this is it. Everything else you can learn in different ways. I'm always sharing so much with you guys. But this is my process from beginning to end, and how I convert my leads into money, how I grow my business, how I multiply my income, and you know, have those systems where consistent, the money, the sales, the people coming through your business. Again, guys, it's going to be my only event this year that I'm going to be having. It's going to be on August 6th. In Arcadia, California, and it's going to be a 12-hour program. We're going to start 9 a.m. and we are going to work until 9 p.m. But I promise you guys, this will change your life, okay? If not, I will give you a refund. I promise you guys, if this doesn't, as long as you put everything that I give you in practice, if you do not make double whatever you're making, I will give you a refund. So for those that are interested, leave me a message here or go to the website at theultimatecashmachine.com, and I'll see you guys there on August 6th. Bye, guys.